accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Rodgers now on first down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would have...
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
11 yards there, just like last play. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, Rodgers. Open man is Uzomah. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly...
Touchdown, Jets! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing is Wilson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Hardman on the return.
Oh, look at the juke. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And for Aaron Rodgers, he's got a lot of footballs on his mantle from all his accolades, but maybe that's another one he wants to keep. He just went over 60,000 career passing yards, and we already know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's accomplished so much. The work is done, but he just continues to put in more work and pass more milestones. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Here's Rodgers.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Take that, thank you. Just another day in the office.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Here's Hardman to return.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down, Jets.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 7.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
That's how it's done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Bryce Hall there defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
DJ Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. picked by Julian Love. Off to the races. Inside the 20.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Randy Gregory.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Here's Smith to return it.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
But he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan
both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so.
There he goes left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson now off the bootleg. Short throw caught by Dosich. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Williams. Heck of a move.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
The second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Out quickly to Judy. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one is incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, Wilson.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. On the move past the 40.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is out of bounds here. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers going to throw. This one caught by Davis. He's got room at the 30. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next to score, Jets 38, Broncos 38.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
DJ Jones, former 49er, there on the stop.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Able to find Mims.
And Mims moves the chains, and it's exciting to see all the ways the Broncos might use him as a rookie. He's a mismatch type of a player who can really hit you from anywhere if you don't keep somebody nearby and closely guarded.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.